Hi, everybody. It's Sunny from the Chamber here with another great story about an awesome Oklahoma City business who's doing really good things to help our community right now. I'm here with Brian Bogert from the Social Order Dining Collective and the Jones Assembly to talk about some great things that they've got going. Welcome, Brian.
Thanks for having me, Sunny.
Thank you so much for being willing to do this with us. I know you've got a lot going on in this transitional time. Can you help by explaining to everybody what all is under the Social Order umbrella besides just the Jones Assembly? You've brought several concepts to Oklahoma City.
Yes, we do. We've got, we actually started first off with Texadelphia. We became a franchisee of that in 2002. We also have 747 in Norman and all the Fuzzy's Taco Shop in the Oklahoma area. So
Which is where I think you are today?
It is, yes, exactly where I am. See the baños behind me.
Love that.
And then, of course, the Jones Assembly as well.
So at the Jones Assembly, take us back to kind of the beginning of this whole current crisis. If you look at March 17th, where were you? How did you make decisions? And then what's been happening since then at the restaurant/music venue? My husband and I just talked yesterday about Grace Potter at the Jones Assembly was the last show we saw, and right now feels like the last show we'll ever see.
I know it's an interesting time, and you know, not only is the restaurant business kind of in flux, but the music business is as well. So we're kind of dealing with two things there right now that there's a lot of ambiguity surrounding. So, you know, I guess it was only about a month ago, 6 weeks ago.
Isn't it crazy to think that?
But it feels like a lifetime, that March 17th. And we kind of, it really hit us, obviously, that Wednesday night of the Thunder game is kind of when it got real for us.
Yep.
After the game got canceled, we had kind of an influx of customers come in and got really busy. And then that Friday night, I think the 13th, we had a sold out Orville Peck show that we had to make the tough decision to cancel that show. And then the following day, we were supposed to have our St. Patrick's party, which we also canceled. And then did our normal Sunday brunch service. We're closed on Mondays. We kind of regrouped. And on Tuesday, we made the decision that we were going to go ahead and temporarily shut our doors just because our service model doesn't really lend itself to kind of a revised curbside option. We weren't doing to-go orders prior to, so shifting to that would have been a very difficult process. And then just the economics of it didn't really make it a viable solution for us at the Jones Assembly.
Well, and so much of the Jones Assembly is about the experience, and to not be able to have that part is hard. Though I think you've got some things to tell us about that in a minute. Sure. First, tell me a little bit about the Froze Fund and how you got that started.
Sure. So after we made the decision to close and had to make the tough decision to furlough our employees, and we really tried to be ahead of that, and everything these days seems to be making the best decision at the right time. And we wanted to make sure that our employees were able to find other jobs and or apply for unemployment, you know, kind of before the rush. So we tried to make a decision pretty early just to take care of our employees. But in addition to that, I believe it was the Wednesday after March 18th or March 19th, we set up a GoFundMe. And we knew people wanted to help our staff. We have 118 employees there, so it's a large amount of people. And we wanted to also give something. We didn't just want it to necessarily be a handout. So we came up with the idea of this Froze Save the Day, where if you donated the price of a Froze, which was $9 or $10 or more, when we open back up, we'd kind of have an IOU sort of virtual Froze, but we have a list going that when we open up, you can come in and redeem it if you took part in our GoFundMe.
That's so amazing. And that's such a big team that you have there to think about and take care of. What a great way to do it. I will absolutely go and do that after we get off of this call.
Awesome.
I can imagine in my teeth right now the feeling of the little gummy bear that's at the bottom of the Froze. And I could go for one of those whenever we all get back.
The little surprise at the end of the drink is the best.
But you've had some great surprises, kind of in some new virtual formats to give people the Jones Assembly experience. Tell us about that.
Sure. So I think this is our 5th or 6th week now, but we wanted to kind of keep our slogan is food, spirits, and music. And the spirits thing, I think, kind of has a double meaning. Obviously spirits in its form of alcohol, but also just keeping the spirit going.
Yes.
So we created this video series where food, we have a chef, baker, sous chef, somebody in our kitchen share one of our favorite recipes format for a drink. And then we also have one of our talented employees share a music portion. So we've been able to really keep our staff and our community engaged through our newsletter each Friday that we send out. It's kind of a 4-year weekend entertainment. So we do 3 videos on the food, spirits, music, and then we also have 6 to 8 recommended fun things you can do for the weekend for other local businesses.
So smart and so needed. Thank you for doing that. The spirits part, are the part of our chamber team that has been working on our COVID response has a daily 4:30 call. So on Friday, obviously, it's always a happy hour. And Molly Fleming on our team has been making some of your amazing cocktails every time. And I feel so jealous every time. I'm like, why didn't I make a disco nap? I could make a sage syrup.
Yeah, she did. And Molly, I think, did the hard part. She infused her whiskey with the pecans for multiple days, and she sent me a little picture of her finished product. So I think she's a pro now.
I bet you've been getting some of that from a lot of your patrons, though. People wanting to show you how they're enjoying.
It's so fun. I mean, the response has been great. Like people posting their disco naps, and then last week we kind of did a fun thing to help kind of celebrate the arts festival. So we did an Indian taco or Oki taco kit, and it was just fun seeing so many people embrace that.
Well, so how do you find out about all these good things that you're doing? Is following you on your social channels the best place to see it, or is there a website that we should be going to? How do people know?
Of Annie Tucker, the best way I think is our social media channels. Annie Tucker is our marketing director. She does a great job putting these together. But then also we have a weekly newsletter that you can subscribe to. And that's probably where you get the most information. But I feel like our best outreach, I think we have 35,000 followers on Instagram. And so there's a lot that goes on from our Instagram account, but you can link to our GoFundMe and you can subscribe to our newsletter from.
Well, I will absolutely go to the Instagram as soon as we get done and go to that Rosé Fund. What else should we know? Is there anything else that you would want to share with people about what's going on?
We are doing a ton of curbside takeout delivery. We have really expanded our app at Fuzzies. So you can order from our app or you can order from our website, and you can choose curbside takeout pickup. And I think starting the end of this week, there'll even be an option for delivery. So you can do it all in one place. We're trying to make it easy for our guests as possible, and just them able to choose their level of comfort of whether they want to come in and pick something up, they want us to bring it to their curb, or deliver it to their home.
That convenience factor is huge and so valuable right now.
Absolutely.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for talking to us about this. You have been a leader in the hospitality industry for a long time, but I think right now you're really showing what a leader you are in our community, and we really need it right now.
Well, thank you very much, Sonny. We appreciate everything the Chamber does.
Thanks to everybody who watched our conversation today. Keep an eye out for more from the Chamber about businesses here in OKC who are doing big things to help.